Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is Lisa.
And Danielle.
How are y'all doing?
Yeah. So we felt like it's been a while since it was just the two of us. We have had a lot of fun and exciting people on, but we felt like we just needed to get on and be just the two of us again.
Just and the OG us. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the OG us.
The
like
OG us.
We're literally OG right now. Like we were just talking, we're in we were yard working and dirty hairing.
Oh, guys, it's a mess. If you're watching us on YouTube right now, you're seeing us. This is how we are. And, this is why we don't take ourselves too seriously, because we don't care. Here we are.
Legit.
No makeup, a mess.
It's legit.
I haven't washed my hair in 9 days, guys. How's that?
We had a lot of fun, though, yesterday. So we had A. Mays Photography with us, Miss Jenica Mays.
I love her. I was so glad to meet her in person. I adore her.
Yes.
I adore her.
Yes. So we did a photo shoot, and we'd been talking about this for so long. And so we finally made it happen. And we did this photo shoot in downtown Gilbert, and we're super excited to see all these photos. And there's definitely going to be some bloopers in there. We had breakfast afterwards, but yeah, just so much fun. And I know that she's going to be a big part of future fun photo shoots like that.
Oh yeah.
There's definitely some bloopers in there.
Oh, there has to be. There has to be. And if we weren't so tired and cold, and I wasn't just coming off of like a 48-hour like sick bender of stomach chaos, then we would have remembered some more fun things to do. Like my husband had picked out this hilarious like photo that we never did. Yes, it was this funny. Okay, guys, picture this. I know you've come across them either on Instagram or wherever, but all
JCPenney's.
Yes, all the old school like JCPenney photos where you're like with the 90s, like jean jacket and big glasses, and couples are dressed the same with their dog in these bizarre positions. Yes. And we wanted to do something like that. I think we still should. I think one day we'll do another shoot and then we'll just do rando.
Or at our event that we're hosting for Heidi.
That's right.
We literally just stay after and we get down on the ground.
Yeah.
And we do this.
Yeah.
Or we do it just in downtown Chandler. So we're hosting an event for Heidi Chance. You guys saw an episode that we did with her, an interview we did with her. She's so amazing, but we are hosting this event for her to come out and speak about the sex trafficking that she is just amazing at speaking on, and just her knowledge base. But we're doing this in downtown Chandler, and certainly there's plenty of opportunity there to snap this photo. And the backdrop will be amazing wherever we are.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know that I'm going to wear a jean jacket, but I can put one in my car.
I've got one. I've got like one or two. I could just in case.
I have a few. There's one that I actually like wearing for work. Like I actually enjoy wearing this, and it complements quite a few things. And all you ladies out there, a jean jacket with a white shirt and a pair of black leggings can actually be dressed up for work relatively nice with a nice pair of flats. So that's how I roll sometimes, because I'm not a super dressy person, but I definitely have that jean jacket in my closet for sure.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. I just have visions of some hilarious photos that we could be taking. And I think we should do like Christmas photos together. I think we should do
So we're going to have to put it on. So on our website, there's actually, I started putting not just our blog, but we also have like some of the YouTube videos that we've done, like the one of all of us gals. So me, you, Jamie, Mathena, our videos on there, because it was just too funny not to capture on our website. So with that, we can certainly put our photo shoots up there. Like a family album, because dude, a Christmas photo, the Easter's coming up.
I know. There's so many opportunities. Even yesterday, I was tired and, coming off of a mess, and we were cold and trying to get through it. But I think I wanted to have Brian or Jared do like either a little mini live or take some video of us while we were getting the pictures done, because I thought that would have been funny to throw up. But again, there'll be more time. There'll be more opportunities for that.
Oh my gosh.
But we're always
I
just so
am
ridiculous that I feel like it needs to be captured more often.
well, so I have to post that picture. I will certainly post the picture of me lying down like a drunk
Yes,
where
that
the
was
water
good.
was on the steps. I think I
Yeah.
posted it to like our TikTok or
Did
something,
you?
but I did. Yeah. So there was steps outside of there was steps outside of like a few of the businesses in downtown Gilbert, and I laid in front of them because there was water coming out of like, what was it coming out of?
It's
Like a
like a little
drain.
drain or something from the stairs. Yeah.
And I was like, yes. And I laid down and like put my arms up, and it was like coming out from my crotch. Like I had
It was
peed
hilarious. It was
and I
good.
was drunk. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good photo.
I know we both should have laid on the sidewalk. After I laid on
Yeah.
the sidewalk, I was kind of thinking like, should you lay on the sidewalk?
I mean, I believe we had a would you rather where you said you would lick the sidewalk. So I think we're all right by
Yeah,
laying
but
on it.
what was the rather? Like what was the other part of that?
It was either the sidewalk or toes or dirty feet or something like that.
Oh,
I can't remember. It was old. It was way back in the day.
we'll have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah. I do
Those
remember.
those would you rathers were like those were like my kind of would you rathers. The last ones we did were like all sorts of like naughty, like, hey
I know.
Danielle, would
Yeah,
you rather? And I'm like,
they were.
wait, why do I have to answer these questions? And the two other girls are like, so would you?
Yeah. Yep.
They're just trying to call me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Probably.
Athena, Jamie, are you listening? See?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but I give her credit though. She pulled up some would you rather's like out of nowhere that we hadn't used before, because I feel like we looked for those for the longest times and we went through them all. Because every time I look them up, I feel like, oh, I've seen these, we've done these, and she just whipped those out, and those were all new. So
I
maybe
know.
get back on the web and do some more searching. But that was still fun. It was nice to revisit those because people like those.
I know, but some of them put me into a dark place.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. Me
What?
too.
No, not as dark as me. Some of them put me into a really weird place where I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my
Is
gosh.
my
I wish I
mom
didn't.
gonna hear this?
Yeah.
Is are my kids gonna listen to this one day? How many
Oh,
kids are
they are.
tuning in right
I
now?
think one of them at least is listening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and so okay, there's a lot of great content on here, right? Like we have some really great things that come through here.
Sure.
But when it's just us talking, one of my kids comes in and was like, Mom, so one of my friends wants to know about this. And I was like,
Like what?
the podcast. And I was like, I don't know that you should share that. You're only 12. Like, there's certainly some topics through here where I'm like, I don't know if you need to know about butt plugs. Like,
Yeah.
it's probably not the time or the age yet. Like,
Yeah.
let's wait a few years.
So true. Yeah, we're all over the place, guys, but we're sticking to what we started with. Like we just talk freely, judge us if you will. We don't care. We're just being ourselves. But then we also like to have this great, important stuff that, these people we're interviewing and meeting with and doing exciting stuff with, the amazing stuff Danielle is doing with the masa, which I need to get out there. I need to get over my little fears and get out in the nighttime in the dark and do the same thing. Because I have a heart of doing stuff like that all the time, of
100%.
giving back. And I've done it before in the past, and then some life has gotten at me, some things have happened, and now I'm just like scared to put myself in certain scenarios. But I need to just get over that, because I know, even after I thought about it yesterday when we were talking about it, I'm like, I would just cry. Honestly, some of the scenarios that I see, I'm so emotional, I would just bawl. But then I'm thinking, well, that's also very selfishly so, because you're in a way better position than they are. So what are you crying about?
But I have to be fully transparent. So we were out last night, and we went to 2 locations. And so for anyone that's not fully aware of what this is, Eric kind of puts out the Life Agency's name, and it's on our TikTok page and it's on our Instagram page quite a bit because I do a lot of work with them. We were out last night on 22nd and Indian School. So there's a canal there where a lot of the homeless people, they congregate. And so we go out there and we feed them and we make sure that they have Narcan and blankets and jackets. And the bigger piece to this, though, we get a lot of questions when Eric's live on TikTok about why we're out there helping them stay in this lifestyle. And I really just kind of want to make it clear that we're not keeping them there. Like there were 3 people that walked up yesterday asking us to get them into treatment. And so we call anyone and everyone we possibly can that night to help them walk into a treatment center that night that will take them that's open 24 hours a day. And so there's stipulations, obviously, with these treatment centers. And we educate the people that are out there that are ready to go. And that's why we keep showing up, because if we keep showing up and we keep educating and we keep encouraging, they turn one day and they ask. And so that's the bigger piece to this. Well, after we left the canal, we were taking the additional food that we had left over after feeding them seconds, and we were taking it to another location off of 3rd Street and Indian School. And I got in my car and I cried because I just thought, and I've been out there a lot with him, and because I just thought, like, they don't always know that they're worth it.
Right.
Like,
Sure.
they don't, we're what's sometimes standing in between them understanding that they're worth something still in this world and not.
Yeah.
And so it's such an interesting, there's such an interesting dynamic there. And until you're actually doing that service all the time and understanding what those people are going through and how truly amazing they really are. I mean, certainly you run into some that you're not going to help.
Sure.
But I also, like, there's a piece of humanity, right, where you're like, I don't want you to die either.
Sure.
So, yeah, it's there. And the one that walked up yesterday, he was a young kid. I think he was 22 years old. And we said, how did you get, why are you on the streets? And he said, I just made some bad choices. I know I made bad choices. They recognize it,
Yeah.
and, but to your point, I got in my car and I cried. And then I got out of my car and I served food to the next place that we were at because I knew that those people needed us.
Right.
And I gave a jacket to one of them and a t-shirt out of my car to another one because I had it and she didn't have one. And so it's like, it truly is the coolest thing. And, for all the funny, like, sometimes, like Lisa was saying, like, we've all gone through things and we're all at these weird places sometimes in our lives. And, making it the time to, like, go out and do so. It was not easy for me to go out there that first time. I was actually terrified.
Yeah.
By myself. I went with AJ the first time. And so that first time I felt safe. Like, not safe of the people, safe because I had someone that I, like, knew.
Sure.
Then I went out there the first time by myself and I was like, I don't know if I like this. This is unknown to me. Like, this is, this is out of my element. This isn't my environment. And, that part was really hard for me. Now, these people are almost like another, like, family. They're like an extension, not the volunteers, but the people that we're serving. Like, them by name.
Yeah.
And they know you by name, and they know that you're going to show up there for them. And it's just the coolest thing. So, yeah, I don't know, like, for all the fun we have and all the stupid stuff that we talk about, this is us. Like, this is how we unwind. So to all the people listening, like, you hear stupid shit from us all the time. But there's certainly this side of us that is, it's the other Danielle and
Yes.
Lisa. Like it is
There's
the other side of us. Yeah.
there's plenty of, levels of dimensions here. So if you happen to catch one episode and you're like, wow, you all are nut jobs, you're a little crazy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's just some of the stuff that we do. But then there's
But we
a
need
lot of
it. I
other
think
levels.
everyone needs it.
Of course. And that's human. We're just like anyone else, and everyone has their different sides. So it's all good. Yeah, I like how it's evolving, where we're still doing what we're doing, but we're also doing important things and helping people in any possible way. I didn't know that. Now that you've said that, that reminds me next time, because I'm in this massive clean out project of my house, trying to keep my mind occupied these days. And I have plenty of clothes that I've just been taking to Goodwill, which is great, right? But I might just keep a bag aside and keep it with me, or give it to you, or keep it with me for when I come out with you, or give it to you when I see you, so you can hand out more things if they need it. Between me and Brian, we've got things that we could, clothing especially, we could hand out, and they need that stuff. So I'm gonna make a note of that for sure. But yeah, I'll get out there. I think Brian's gonna come, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll
Monday
go with
or
him
tomorrow.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, is he tomorrow at
Yeah.
night?
No, it's during the day. So
Oh,
we
okay.
serve during the day. It's on Mondays we serve during the day, and it's like
That's right.
yeah, down by the shelter, because here's how messed up the system is, right? So they're in this shelter, and there's a lot of actual working people in that shelter.
Mm-hmm.
And they get kicked out in the morning, and they can't go back until the evening. And some of these people work night shifts for jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And they're out on these streets with drug addicted, homeless people. And that sometimes is how they fall back into these lifestyles, because there's nowhere for them to go during this interim period in their day to then get to they don't have cars, they don't have regular transportation. So they're sort of like in limbo during the day until they go to their night job.
Right.
And so while they sort of have this place to stay, they really don't have the safe place to stay. And so they become friends, right, with their community, and their community are these folks that are not choosing things that are great for them. And they they unfortunately fall into these lifestyles that aren't wonderful, and they recognize that. That's the scary part. They know. And we talked to last week, I talked to one that was just this amazing person, and he said, first it was around COVID time that he lost his home.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was doing driving jobs, so I'm assuming Uber and Lyft and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't sustainable, and he couldn't afford his car any longer, and he lost his car. And then he ended up in the shelter type system, and he was able to secure a job. So he tries to have a job and works overtime and all these things, and it's just not enough to make ends meet. But the caveat here, or the kicker here, is that because when he lost his home or apartment, he was evicted essentially, he can't qualify to get into another one. So tell me how this gentleman's ever going to get into a home or into another apartment without a system that's helping him do this. And he's got a job, he's making money. And so our system is so broken that I'm not surprised that on Mondays I see over 300 some people out there trying to get a meal and trying to find some clothing. And it's just awful. It's just awful.
And it's not surprising if you just think about just how expensive housing and renting is now for the average person who's not in that situation. How difficult it is for people, anyone, to make ends meet. It's ridiculous, astronomical what things are right now. So I can't imagine being there and trying to make ends meet at that point, and even just to get your feet up off the ground. I just don't know.
I know.
It's heartbreaking. It's really awful.
Yeah, so there's definitely moments where we have a lot of fun, and there's these glimpses of laughter and fun and all these things. But then yesterday, there was that moment where I got back in my car and I cried. Like I
Mhm.
didn't know how to hold back what I felt at that minute. Like I was like, here's the reality. I was there with them. I had the means to be able to cook a large enough meal to feed all of them and take it with me down
Mhm.
there. We had leftovers to take to another location. There were 6 or so other volunteers that showed up that night with more food for them. We had donated food from like Einstein Bagels and Panera, places like that that donated the food that wasn't eaten from the day before, like bagels and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and, you know, I was wearing warm clothing. I was wearing nice fitting shoes. I got into an Audi to drive away.
Yeah.
I felt like shit. I know I can't feel guilty, but there was a second there that I was like,
Sure.
why do I deserve all of this? And
Yeah.
they somehow fell down this path. Like, where did it all begin? And so, yeah, it's certainly like you've got to be mentally and emotionally ready sometimes to walk into that. And we've talked plenty, not just in this situation, but like, I'm not always there. Like, I certainly have things that I go through where, um, I call you and I'm like, I'm having a tough day and I'm struggling today. And it
Mhm.
could be just to go to work. And so these situations, it,
Mhm.
it
Puts
could
it into
either bring
perspective.
out, yes, it could either
Mhm.
bring out the really, really good or the really, really, you know,
Mhm.
deep,
Dark.
uh, dark, emotional, like, you know, I don't want to say depression, but just like, why do I deserve what I have? Or,
Sure.
um, yeah.
No, absolutely. That comes to my mind because not only am I highly emotional these days due to events that have been occurring over the past few years, I'm the same way. It's like I'm there and then I'm like, well, I have nothing to be this upset about. Honestly, I've had it great. Sure, I lost a parent and that's awful, to an awful disease, but I had her my whole life, more than most people did. I had a mom. Most people don't have a mom. So I fall into that all the time. And it's the feeling guilty for being in the state that I am these days. And I can't, and I know it's not right because I can't help it. At least I can recognize the fact that it's like my brain knows, you have no right to be this sad or depressed or anything. You're lucky to have what you had, even if it's gone now, all those things. I understand that 1,000,000%, but for whatever reason, my chemistry won't allow me to
Break free of it.
break free of it. Yeah, it's like I know the logic. I know the logic, just like the other things that are less stuff like us getting on a plane. I'm terrified. I'm terrified to fly. I do it. We do it. And I know the logistics. I know the stats. I know, but it doesn't take away from how it makes me feel. I can't control that. I'm doing my best, but it just doesn't work. So I know maybe I just need to throw myself in those situations. Because again, I think about, I want to go, I want to do that. I used to be able to do things like that very easily and not get so nervous or upset or depressed. And I just got to get over that because it's not right for me to be like, I can't go there because, I can get over fear, but if I'm with the right people, but the depression, I'm like, is it going to make me feel worse? And it's like, how selfish is that? It's still, even if it does, I'm going to be in 10 times a better place than they are. So it's like, I feel guilty
I
if
know.
I do, and I feel guilty if I don't.
I
So I
know.
try, I do things in my own ways, but as far as like in person, like how do I like look at somebody and help them and hand them something and not cry for them? You know what I mean? Like,
You will cry for them.
oh, I know, but like, how do I do that without making them feel worse? How do I do that without um, coming off like, you don't know, what are you crying about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel that way. Like, how can I get upset for someone to their face when it's genuine and they don't know me and they just be like, what are you crying about?
They're
I don't
all,
know. You know what I mean? Like, I get that.
yeah.
I go on down this rabbit hole of who are you? How dare you? But I guess in the end, it's the helping that matters, no matter what
Yeah.
it does to your emotions, I guess. But
I know. We're both just such a nightmare
we're just a
that
mess. But
I know.
we're doing our best.
Wait, we have to talk about this. Ready? Dun,
Yeah, yeah.
dun,
You guys, look.
dun,
I
bum,
hope you're
bum,
watching us on
bum,
YouTube by now.
bum,
If you're not,
bum,
please get
bum,
on there and
bum,
at least
bum,
subscribe and
bum.
look once in a while. Say hi. Look at this cup, Danielle. Look, so cute. Our little
So we had
logo.
these. Yep, we had these really cute little Stanleys made, and we have a few of them. Drink.
So cute.
But
I love them.
And that may be one of the bloopers because we were playing with them in our photo shoot. A couple of them.
That's right.
But Lisa, so we've been talking back and forth about the people that we have come onto our pod with us. We would love to our pod abbreviated that, shorten that. But we want to be able to like say thank you and like give them these fun little things from the Life Agency. And so we have like stickers, and I send thank yous and stuff like that to our guests. But Lisa, share your idea.
Oh my gosh, guys, I found the cutest thing. And if you want to take it and do something with it for yourself, you should.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's amazing.
No,
it is. I found on the Amazon, which
Amazon.
The Amazon. What can you not find on the Amazon?
Yeah.
These adorable, speaking of Stanleys, there are many baby Stanleys. Okay. At first, when I came across them, I thought that they were going to be like little sippy cups for kids, like little kids Stanleys is what I thought they were.
Sippy cups for kids.
Right. I thought they were like baby Stanleys. And no, you know what they are? They are little shot glass Stanleys. Okay, guys. So it's these tiny little Stanleys that hold a little over 3 ounces. Is that what a shot is? I think 3 ounces. I have to look it up again. Oh yeah. Yeah. 3-ounce mini tumbler shot glasses. Well, oh, here's another picture. They come, so they're shaped just like the Stanley. They don't have the handles though, but they have the lid and a straw. Here, look. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
How cute are those? But they're shot glasses. Okay.
Yes.
Everybody loves shot glasses, and whip those out instead of little plastic solo cups, and how popular it would be. And they're actually reasonable for a big cake. For 108 of them is only a little over 200. But if you just want to buy.
Here's my question though. Are we allowed to send liquor? Like a shot? Like a
mail?
Yeah. Like a shooter.
Like a mini bottle?
Yeah, like a shooter. Like that you get like in a hotel. Like, can you send a shooter in the mail with that?
Sure.
I don't know the rules.
Yeah, you could send. I mean, you can buy wine and send it to somebody. Why couldn't you? Yeah, I don't see why not. As long as it's secure and doesn't break and it's not flammable. I guess it is flammable.
Yeah. And you have to sign for liquor when you buy it.
Yeah, but if you're mailing it to somebody who knows over 21, it's a personal. It's not like you're buying it from a business and sending it directly to them. I think that's different.
Oh, like I guess that's true.
You know what I mean? If you were ordering through like Total Wine or something and sending liquor that way, it would be a different story. But I think if we package it properly and just sent it, I think it's fine.
Yeah, yes. And then
super cute.
We have our stickers.
Oh, you did get some. Okay, cool.
Yep.
I like it. Are they white with black writing?
Yeah, they're black and white.
Okay. Yeah, I want to get. Well, we've talked about it already. I'm going to get some other things going.
We just have to send people like care packages so they can like stick us all over their world.
Sure. Yep. Absolutely. Got to get more. We got to talk about this too. You guys don't want to hear all this.
I can't show my sign. We have this really cool new neon sign that is going to be up soon, folks. So when we record, you're going to see this really cool sign up, and it's like neon and it changes colors. It will be up soon.
Yeah.
Because I cannot hang that up or it's going to be a disaster. I'll put a hole through this wall. What
is on your wall right now behind you? That black.
That is looks like a surfboard, but it is not a surfboard. It's like,
boogie board?
No, similar. It's like a
skateboard?
No, like a you use it in the water, but you don't, and you use a thing like this, but there's no boots on it.
Oh,
like a wake skate. It's called a wake skate.
Wakeboard? It's called
I,
Awake Skate.
I think it's
Awake,
Awake Skate.
Awake Skate.
Yeah. Let me look.
What?
Let me googly this.
Did you
Let
guys
me Google
hear
it for
my
it.
windows open? Do you hear that? Like that bird calling? Do you hear
Oh my
that?
gosh, my window's open too.
Could you hear it? There's a quail, those cute little things. And they have the little babies, little families of like 10. Have you seen those little quails?
Yeah.
It's a mother father. Well, anyway, that they call to each other, and there's one out there looking for their family. He just keeps going on and on. He or she.
Yeah, it is called Awake Skate.
I've never heard.
Yeah. It's similar to a wakeboard. It just doesn't have like you're not in boots.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not like stuck in it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like it. So where did you get that?
This?
Is it usable? I mean, is it usable or is it decoration? Mine
Everyone's
doesn't.
probably like, you fucking girls.
Mine never. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I got
what?
fireworks.
How
You
did
guys,
you do that?
I
Hold
don't
on.
know. I threw my hands up.
No, that didn't do it. Is it this?
Yes.
Yes. Why isn't mine doing it? There we go. Oh my gosh.
See, mine won't do
What?
just the one.
I bet it will. Don't. I won't do anything. Do it. You're doing it too fast. Sorry, everyone.
We're playing. If you're watching us, we're playing.
Oh,
We did the
what?
hearts.
Shit.
We have way too much fun. For people who do Zoom calls all the time, you'd think we wouldn't be so impressed by these things, but these
You know
little
what
things
though? I'm
make us so happy.
everyone probably recognizes that I talk with my hands a lot.
Me too.
When I'm on calls with clients, it's like thumbs up, hearts, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Whoa.
So then I'm like, I have like my hands like last week when I was on calls, I had to like put my hand behind my chair like this and like hold the back of my chair because I'm so animated when I talk. I like use my hands and all this stuff. And then sometimes I have to like hold a pen because if I'm not holding something, it's game on and my hands are free to fly. And Zoom is going nuts.
Yep.
But it wasn't until that started happening that I recognized that there were like all of these animations in this stupid screen.
It's so funny. I don't know. I wonder what other ones we don't even know about. And this isn't even Zoom or anything. This is a podcast platform, right?
I know, but I think that we Googled it one day that it just happens.
Right. And I get it that it happens for like the big ones like Zoom and Google Meet and things like that. But I'm just surprised that even these platforms that are just for stuff like this, right? Because this is straight up a podcasting platform, right? So it's surprising that they have that too. I mean, it's cool.
I know.
But we're too impressed by this, guys.
The fact that we get excited every time it happens is actually funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a rather long interview coming out soon. So it'll be it'll be next week that or a couple weeks that this will get released. It was a really fun police wife that we talked with, and her husband, like ours, is part of a specialty unit.
Yeah.
And you guys, I kind of went on this went on a limb and I used Facebook and I was like, you know what? I want to connect because Lisa and I talked about at the beginning of the year. We were like, we want to connect with this community of people, which was actually ironic to what we're all going through right now, that we wanted to make sure to connect with our community of wives and, law enforcement professionals and just make sure everyone knew that like there's support when you need support. And like, we're always here to talk to you and, whatever that sounds like. Well, I went out on a limb and I was like, I'm just going to connect with people on Facebook. There's all these weirdo Facebook groups for police wives. And I see the funniest stuff sometimes in there. I don't respond to most of it. But it is interesting to read. So I posted this thing in there and I was like, hey, I run a podcast with my best friend. We're both law enforcement wives, law enforcement families. We'd love to chat with you guys. Have anyone that wants to be on it, talk to us and hear about your stories, whether they're police related or not. But just talk to you.
Mhm.
So far, everyone that we have encountered has been so like cool. We could just be their friend.
Yes,
And
we have so much fun.
it's so cool though that I mean, I have a lot of people like this because most of the work I do is like across state lines. Like most of my clients are not here in Arizona. I don't usually get to see them face to face unless they come to a conference that we are hosting. Um so I'm used to relationships like this, like over the phone or like a Zoom call, but
Mhm.
it it's so fun encountering these like different people out of like it's almost like a fearful first conversation, like, hey, hi, how are you, like, thanks so much for taking time to chat with me,
Yes.
like, and then
Yeah.
they get into their story and it's like, oh my gosh, you're just like me. I love the fact that you just told us that, like, you're so transparent about this, that, and the other. And
Mhm.
I feel like this call that we just did, the interview we just did with Jenny, she by the end of that, we were like, did we just become best friends? Like, it was so
Like
fun to talk
we
with her.
planned, yeah, we planned. I think at the end we were like, okay, let's plan like a date night, a virtual date night with all of us, with all of our husbands, and get on
Yeah.
there and chat. Yeah, because it's been fun.
Yeah. Spouses, us, like, let's get on a big Zoom call. Let's have everyone meet each other.
Mhm.
Um, and so I've truly like this last, couple of months that we've been reaching out to. I know, me too. Do you have a ninja
Yeah,
bug
it's
in there
because I
too,
have all
man?
my windows open. So,
I know.
we're in Arizona, guys. We have like 3 weeks a year we can open our windows. So, with that comes bugs in the house. So, we're both swatting left and right. Anyway,
Yeah,
carry on.
like ninjas.
Yeah.
But no, I just feel like it's been so much fun to have these like virtual relationships with, with these people, and um they're like valuable. I feel like they're people that I want to continue to like connect with.
Sure.
And I think it's so fun because I personally um I don't and actually this might be why now that I'm going to say this out loud. I don't make friends well, like in person. Like I'm not a like put yourself out there,
Mm.
like, go make friends kind of person. Like I have my friends and we've talked about this before,
Yes.
like early on in the podcast. We certainly talked about like friendships. And I have my tribe, and that's who my people are.
Mhm.
And it's very, very difficult for me to like jump outside that, but there's something about this environment that feels very safe for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I don't have to like go anywhere or like
Mhm.
I don't know. I think it's like
Yeah.
very safe for me
Sure.
though.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, so that part of it makes it very easy to become friends with people, which I really appreciate. And I can still see them. So,
Mhm.
it's like gaining friends afar, and I don't have to feel nervous about like showing up at a house or showing up at a dinner, or because that gives me like massive anxiety.
Yeah.
Um so it's been so cool. But I'm excited to release her episode. It's
I
probably
know.
one of the
Me too.
longest ones we've done. Oh my
It
gosh.
is. It is. And it worked out that way. If you notice, all of our episodes are random lengths and times and stuff because we just kind of roll with it. It's never really scripted. It's just kind of, we have ideas, maybe what we're going to talk about. This one we didn't. We just jumped on. But, when we're talking with people, we have kind of an idea, but we just let it flow and see what happens. So that's why they're all like either 30 minutes, sometimes they're an hour, sometimes they're an hour and a half. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's all good. Yeah. We have to get some more. I know I've got a couple people that I need to get on the books and that would like to talk with us. And I'm sure there's plenty more out there. But we have fun. It's so fun.
Yeah, if you or anyone wants to hop on with us or have a conversation with us, if you guys have specific topics you want us to go over or talk about, like one of our most recent guests, Steve, we're actually going to have him back on
Mhm.
sometime soon. Him and his podcast buddies, I know that they're still prepping for their first episode. I think it's supposed to release sometime in the beginning of April.
Cool.
And so we're super excited to hear that. But I know that
Yeah.
there's some talks to have them on with us.
Sure.
He was so much fun to get to talk to.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, but it's stuff like that. Like we, you know, we don't know anything really about what their stuff is, and like traveling the world to see sports stuff, like we don't know anything about that.
No.
Certainly my husband does, but I don't. Jared and I just got in a conversation last night about, or 2 nights ago, about baseball. And he was like, baseball's the hardest sport ever. And I was like, I don't know if I believe that, but it's
Hardest
like,
to what? Play, watch, understand?
I think the second option, but he was like, to play. And I said, well, okay, so I'm going to compare it to tennis. And I was like, tennis seems really difficult because they have to move so precise so quickly, and the ball's coming so fast and the court is very short. So to me, in baseball, unless you're on the mound and the ball's coming at you, you have a lot more lead time to like make a decision and move precisely. Right. And he was like, oh no, oh no. As we sat there and ate a slice of pizza, and I was like, all right, I'm not even going to get into this with you. So Steve, if you're listening, I need you right now.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me. So, but that's kind of the fun in it, is like, if you guys have something to teach us, or if you have a conversation you want to have with us, or if you want to argue with us about sports, we're on. Yeah. I've got you. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want, if there's anything that you want to, questions you have for us, or if you want to know more just about us, reach out to us. Let us know. We are here. We're able to talk to you. We're able to answer these questions. There really, truly is nothing that's off limits with us. I think we've kind of covered everything in our lives.
Yeah, pretty sure. If you've been listening,
pretty sure.
We're pretty open.
Yeah, the girls a couple weeks ago deep dove into my whole entire life. Not always remembering that we were recording.
Funny. That's when you know you're having a good time, when we forget that the camera is
freaking
running.
Mathena.
She cracks me up. I haven't heard from her a while. We got to check to make sure she's okay.
I was just thinking that. I was like, oh my gosh, we need to get together. You leave soon. You should.
I know. I was just thinking that. I was going to look at the calendar because not this week, but next week I'm leaving on Wednesday. So
Lisa's going to be podcasting from another state, y'all.
I am. I'm going to be on the East Coast. We're going to be 3 hours apart, so that'll be fun. But that's okay. I will have time to do that.
No, the time change doesn't happen until you come home, I thought.
No, it happened last night. We're now 3 hours
seriously?
from the East Coast. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Forward. Yeah, it happened last night. Do you know
how awful this is right now? My whole calendar is wrong
for
the next 2 weeks. I didn't think this happened, you guys.
I'm glad I'm here to tell you. Yeah, it happened last night because I just redid my whole thing.
I didn't think this happened until my calendar even says it, daylight savings time. I didn't think this happened until the week of the 25th. I thought it was the 24th to the 25th. And so I've been booking all of my East Coast clients, my Central and Eastern time clients, based on that for that week.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I know.
Lisa.
I know. This time of year is tough for me because everything I do is on the East Coast. So 3 hours, it's tough. The only good thing about the time difference, especially in the mornings when I'm mostly working, is that the sun comes up earlier. So it's not as hard to get moving. The sun is actually up when I get rolling for East Coast time.
Yeah, the only people this doesn't affect for me, I have one client in Colorado and one client in Nevada. Everyone else is on the other side.
What are the balloons? How did you do that?
I don't know.
What was that motion you just did?
I put my finger up. Hold on. No. You guys, what did we just do? I don't know. I feel like I'm...
What are we doing?
I don't know, but I feel like
gestures trying to
it's not working.
Trying to make balloons pop up on the screen. And
so funny story. Did you read so someone commented on our YouTube page. So whoever you are, do it again. It was really funny. They said, are there any guys out there watching these two?
Yes. That guy slayed me. That was hilarious.
Lots of guys like watching us. And I will have you know, they slide up into our DMs all the time because we're so cute. Yeah.
The comments are hilarious. I love that.
It's too much.
It's got to be entertaining, just like it's going to be entertaining whether or not we know what sports these guys are talking about with Steve. I think that it's going to be hilarious because we don't understand their world. Just like when we listen to our guys talk with each other, we're just shaking our heads like, what? It's like a different language. So it's got to be entertaining.
I know, but I died when I read that comment. I was like, jerk.
It was funny. No, I liked it. I liked it.
Oh my
God. What else? What else is there coming up? Oh yeah, so back on to the schedule. Yeah, I'm leaving. So next weekend, maybe we'll try to get all the girls together again over here, do another big night. I don't know. What's your weekend like next weekend? I guess we can talk about this after we're recording. Nobody wants to hear all this,
Sunday, but Sunday. Yeah.
You're off Sunday?
Well, a little bit of Sunday. Guys, my child is still this whole wedding thing. I can't seem to find enough time in my day. All of a sudden, I became the florist. And my sweet dear sister-in-law, so Jenica from the photography, she is so kind and she is helping so much. She did like a mock setup yesterday for us for the tables because I was like, if you leave me in charge of this, like, do you know who you're looking at right now? So she took home all of the stuff from the house after our photo shoot and did a mock setup, sent me a photo, told me how much more of each thing I needed to order for the amount of tables we had. I was like, thank you. I can handle ordering stuff. I cannot handle putting this stuff together. Yeah. I mean, you've not been to a party at her house, but she does these like little nighttime parties for like game nights and stuff. And it's beautiful. It's like a professional person like set this up. Yeah. She's very artistic and just very like everything's just very beautiful all the time. And if you would have let me be in charge of that, it would look how my hair looks right now. Like it just wouldn't look put together. Yeah.
They're funny.
I don't get put together very often. No, I do. But
yes,
yeah, it would be, it would not be good. So
sounds fun though.
I know. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that she did it because I would not have been able to do it. But as soon as this wedding's over,
big breath.
yeah. I'm excited for it. Hayden's so excited. Tyler's excited. They're so cute. And I can't wait for it to be done.
Yes. I just got the invitation in the mail.
You got locked out of the invitation.
I did. It's funny. I got it today. And I immediately got on the computer before my ADHD brain let me forget to RSVP. And it kicked me out because me and my husband have different last names. And it said to put in the last name of one of the parties. So I tried one. That didn't work. Tried the other. That didn't work. And I'm like, okay. And then I tried one more thing and it kicked me out and said, nope, you're going to have to ask them to add you back on or something like that. I'm like, well, just wait. But yeah, we'll both be there. It was just cute. I got that in the mail today. And Brian's like, didn't you just get the save the date like 2 weeks ago? I'm like, yeah, it's all good. So, it's good.
Yes. Yes, you did.
It's adorable.
And let me guess, was the invitation handwritten also? I love her. I love her. You guys, my child is just too much. My child is too much.
It's good. It's all good. I wouldn't, at her age, I mean, that's part, I get it. Why would she know different? Unless obviously she's told different, but I probably would have done the same thing.
I definitely told her to put labels on there. We talked about it and she clearly refused to put a label on these.
The thing is though, in the end,
sheer refusal.
No one keeps the envelope. It's just the invitation you keep. So why?
I know, but it's like, it's a wedding invitation. Like, I feel like it should just be like I don't care actually, but like, it is something that like the older generation of people would want to see like a presentable thing. But I don't know. Have we transformed enough into like this newer generation of things where it can be handwritten? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, the fact that it was even sent in mail and not just an Evite is impressive to me because I feel like everything these days, I mean, who sends mail anymore?
That's very true. That's actually very true. Yeah.
So, I mean, outside of cards, even people like are doing e-cards. Like my dad My dad sends me a card for every holiday. He always has, every Valentine's Day, every birthday. And even him, the past, I want to say year, is now e-cards. He's like, oh, he's like, I can't remember to get a stamp, stick that thing in the thing. So
Oh,
he sends them, but he does it. But yeah, everything is digital now. So even just to get something in the mail is cool.
yeah.
But
I didn't think about that. Yeah, I like that. Oh.
It'll be
All right,
fun.
guys. Well, we needed to make sure to get on and just share our life with everyone because we have not been on as solo ducks in a while.
Yeah.
And we will certainly be back as the solo pod people here shortly. We do have some fun things coming up. You'll see some event notifications coming out soon. Like I had mentioned before, we have the event with Heidi Chance that we're going to be hosting. That's in mid-May. So our flyer will be posted about that. That is going to be a limited seating event. So although we will be hosting more events like this, that one is going to be very limited seating in downtown Chandler. So details to come soon. We have that really cool interview with Jenny that will be releasing here shortly. So make sure to keep an eye and ear out for that. And please reach out to us if you guys have any topics or comments, questions, anything that you guys would like us specifically to cover, or people that you would like us to interview, or if you yourself would like to be interviewed by us, we would love to do so.
Oh yeah, especially if you're starting a new business or starting something on your own, or you know someone who has a business that could use some, that wants to get on and talk about it and promote it. We love doing that. So we're here for you if you want us to help you out.
Yeah, we are all about that. We are huge on making sure that we're supporting local businesses, people in our community, no matter what it is. We had Balloons by Kate on. Balloons by Kate's actually going to do something for our event. She's going to do a balloon thing for our event. We're super excited. So we want to make sure that we're always giving back to the folks that have done so much for the community around us. So certainly stay with us, stay listening, like us, love us, and share us everywhere. And we will be back next week.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, everyone.
Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.